What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 41 of the Screen Team podcast. My name is Gus.
I'm Sal.
And I am Alex.
And we are the
Not
Screen
too close
Team.
to-
Today we are talking about What If, Kate, and Cruella. All on streaming services now. We're going to start with What If. Sal, you can go ahead and start it off. We're going to
Cool.
change up the format here a little bit. So we're going to talk about 3 things we like, 3 things we hate, and then at the end of our 3 things each,
We'll give our
we're
scores.
going to give our score.
Right.
So
All right. Wait. What are we talking about first?
What If?
What if? Okay. 3 things I liked about What If.
Yes.
Sure. And these are in no order. They're just 3 things that I liked.
Mm.
The first one was I like the action scenes. It was animated, but the action still felt really good to me. I think it was the best action out of all the other What If shows. So, I mean, there are different types of actions. The other ones, like Doctor Strange, the magic stuff, that was pretty cool too. But this felt like action, you know, like guns and fighting and fists and machines. So that was number 1, the action. Number 2 was Tony. I liked Tony Stark in this, even though it's not Robert Downey Jr., right?
No.
Yeah, it's not. But I felt like it was still he was still really funny to me. Like he said a lot of things that were it still felt like Tony to me. So
Okay.
I really liked Tony in this one. Number 3 was the characters and their motivations. Like I felt like even though this was a completely different story, I felt like they all did what I thought they would do if they were to be taking this different path. Like they all stayed true to their character.
Yeah.
I guess what I meant. Like Killmonger, still felt like he still was, even though he took this path, he still had his plan. Like he still felt the way he felt about whatever. It's like they didn't change him.
Yeah.
Not really. Tony Stark, same thing. Like he didn't go through that experience, so he really stayed the way he was, which is what I would think would happen also. And even the other characters, they all just felt like they were the same characters, really.
Yeah.
So they didn't really change. Maybe in the other ones, I felt like maybe they just felt like totally different people. But these people felt the same to me. Okay, 3 things I hated. One was Killmonger's plan. I felt like it was too elaborate. They were just his plan was, okay, save Tony, then be friends with him, and then make you the lead or the CEO, and then go to Wakanda and then gain their trust. And just there was just what? You had way too many. I'm not even sure what your final plan was. Was it to be complete? I guess. Oh yeah, to be the Black Panther. But the way to be Black Panther was this path. Be friends with Tony first. If anything, he already had so much control being Tony's right hand man.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna end at that. I didn't know he was gonna switch gears to oh, but no, this is just a precursor to now I'm gonna be the Black Panther. What? I thought it was gonna be Iron Man somehow.
I mean, but so my only thing to that was it's kind of similar to the Black Panther movie where he had an elaborate plan to end up becoming Black Panther. Wasn't that elaborate, but similar thing. It's he had all these steps, started from
No, but
stealing
this
the
was-
mask to doing all
but
these
so many
things.
more things had to go around in this
For
one.
sure.
He
It
had
was
to
more
save
elaborate.
Tony. He had to be that's already hard. Number 2, he had to make sure Tony he had to gain his trust completely. That's already hard. He had to make him COO. That's already really hard.
Well, all those happened in one blow. Was just saving Tony. He just saved Tony, and then
Sure.
after that, he gained his trust. And
Again, I still don't buy it, bro. These are my list, bro. This is my
Sure,
list.
sure,
Get
sure.
away from me.
Yeah.
The other one was the last thing I hated. And I don't want to say hate, because some of these are just nitpicks sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes they are hate, sometimes they are just dislikes, whatever. It was it felt unfinished. The ending was just oh, we're gonna get him, and then it just okay, but they didn't, or they didn't show. They didn't show. I didn't even know if they did get him. I guess it was kind of implied that they would, because heroes always end up winning, but I don't know.
It's the second time to do that. In
Yeah.
this
So
series.
all right. So I'm gonna go with mine now, and it's kind of funny because I have opposing things with you.
Nice.
So I didn't like Tony's voice, and it threw me off a lot.
Wait. Are we starting with what you hate first?
I'm gonna start with what I hate, just
Alright.
because that was one of the things you like. So I'm just
Okay,
gonna go
fine.
with
You
what
didn't like Tony's voice?
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, I
his
wasn't
voice.
talking about his voice.
Well, I know, but it was distracting enough where I just didn't like Tony overall.
Cause it wasn't Robert Downey Jr.
I guess I don't know. It's just his voice just was so like off-putting to me that I just like I didn't like.
Oh
it. Wait.
What did I say? I didn't. Oh no, I didn't
You said
finish. I didn't finish my other thing.
Oh, I thought
Right?
you said the last one was your last one.
No, it wasn't. I didn't finish my other hate.
Oh.
What
Right?
was
I
your-
only said two.
I
I only
have no idea.
said the elaborate plan and the how it didn't finish.
Go.
Oh, okay. then
Okay,
yeah.
my other unfinished hate was how Tony died.
Oh.
Or no, just the fact that he died. Cause Killmonger, he already knew Killmonger was a bad guy. He had all this time. He waited for Killmonger to come, and like he was gonna use the robot, but Tony's supposed to be like this super
The
genius.
smartest person ever.
Yeah. There's no. How did he
Not
let him
plan
kill
that,
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, like sure, maybe the robot didn't kill him, but like he should have had a backup to backup.
Yeah.
Like he should have poisoned him. Like I don't not poison him, but whatever.
Something. Yeah.
He should have. I didn't believe him dying at that point. The
Mm.
real Tony Stark wouldn't have died right there.
Yeah, but he didn't become the real Tony Stark. He didn't become Iron Man. He didn't.
He's
become
still as smart as he was before in the other Iron Man.
Sure.
Like, he just doesn't have a suit.
Yeah. So I didn't particularly like Tony.
Okay, Tony's voice.
Just in general. Second thing was the first few minutes felt like kind of wasted, because I felt like kind of like the second half of the episode felt a lot more rushed than
Mhm.
the first half. So I felt like the time that they spent like redoing oh, can I get a selfie with you, like
Mhm.
in the car, like that whole like first Iron Man 1 part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like that was just a waste of time. I felt like them showing
Uh-huh.
him doing the snap and everything kind of felt like a waste of time. Like we
Mm.
just saw that recently.
I
Like
disagree.
I
Cause
don't know.
yeah, if they do the same thing, I feel like it's a waste of time. Which I feel like they've done that in other ones, which like I feel like a
We've
waste
done
of
it
time.
quite a bit,
But
yeah.
this one, it was so quick. It was like the intro with the piece, the sign. That was like literally. I wasn't even a minute, Gus. I don't even think that was a minute that they spent. Like I was
Well,
probably
I'm
second.
saying that including the like
The flashbacks?
Yeah, the flashbacks.
or
and
the
stuff.
the
yeah
kind of
the
flashbacks.
recap
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like his life. It just kind of felt like
Okay.
okay, you could use that time like that extra minute or two to just like
Do something
give
else.
some more to like the story or whatever. Because
Uh-huh.
and then that ends up leading to my last
I
point.
didn't hate it, but
It was a cliffhanger, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
okay.
But with that being said,
So we
I
agree on
heard
that.
recently that the What Ifs are gonna have a second season, and
They continue.
each episode that left off on like a cliffhanger of sorts is gonna continue in the next season. So
Okay.
I don't know how true that is, but I
That'd
think
be
that's
cool.
what they kind of said.
Which other one had a cliffhanger?
There's
The Nick
another one.
Fury one, right? Kind of was a
Oh,
cliffhanger with
was it
Loki
Loki?
taking
Oh,
over.
taking
Yeah,
over.
that's right. Yeah.
And
Well, if
I
the
never
bad
get
guy's winning,
Doctor
is that
Strange one.
I feel like it's only considered cliffhanger if the bad guy didn't end up losing.
Well, yeah, but they showed like Nick Fury.
The Doctor
and
Strange one,
others.
that was done with. He died. He disappeared. He vanished. No, the bad
I
guy.
thought he was like the bad Doctor Strange was like in that bubble.
Yeah.
And he was just by himself, but I don't think it necessarily.
He's done. He's done,
He's
bro.
there forever.
I don't
But
know.
what can he do? What can he possibly
Yeah.
do?
All right. So as far as the good things that I liked, something that you talked about, I really liked the fight in Wakanda. I thought it was really cool. I liked his plan.
Do you like this plan?
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know. It
I-
kind of made him feel more like
Tactical.
what's his
Clever.
name? No, not well. Yeah,
Like
clever,
Batman?
but like more like the guy from Civil War.
There's no.
What is his name?
Rhodey?
No, the main
Captain
bad guy.
America.
Captain America.
Zemo.
Zemo, yeah. It made him feel more like Zemo, I guess. So that's why I kind of liked it.
Well, I
Um,
liked parts of the plan, and I almost really like up to the point of him befriending Tony. I really liked his plan too.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, this is great. This is perfect. Like, of course this would work. But like once he started
Once it
switching gears
goes-
to like,
yeah.
oh, but no,
Mm.
that's not his plan. His plan is to be Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like that just threw me off. It was just too much for me. I don't know, but
And then my
I
last
liked it.
thing that I liked a lot was Killmonger. I mean, I just liked the character, and it was cool to see more of him. It was cool that Michael B. Jordan played him.
okay, cool.
So that's
Yeah, I didn't create a whole list. Just 'cause I didn't know we were doing a list for What If. But the thing I loved for sure is Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan. I don't know. I felt like I was watching Michael B. Jordan on the screen, so I think they did a really good job with the animation and the voiceover. I didn't get that with Tony. I wasn't sure if it was Tony's voice or not, but I was thinking that it wasn't because it was just kind of throwing me off. Like, oh,
Well-
it doesn't really sound
well,
like Tony.
I think this is weird because I thought we all knew it wasn't gonna be Tony because he had said.
I don't
It's not gonna be
remember.
Tony.
I was trying to
You
remember.
remember. I already knew it wasn't gonna be Tony Stark, or it wasn't gonna be Robert Downey Jr. So
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting like an exact version of him. I would have
Yeah.
been happy with something close to him, and I guess that's why I was so
Well,
happy with it, because
it
it was
close
pretty
enough.
close, and most of it was the voice. Obviously, is not gonna match. I don't care, as long as like
The
the
jokes.
what he's saying, the jokes, like his dialogue, like does that fit like the character?
I
And to
think
me,
for-
that worked.
I think for me it was because we got Steve Rogers and it wasn't Chris Evans, and it still sounded enough like him, and it still felt
Yeah.
like him. So I guess it was just like a combination of like, yeah, it kind of felt more still like his character, like with the jokes and wisecracking and all that stuff, but it didn't sound enough like him where it was just throwing me off. And
Mhm.
I guess that's just my problem. But
Got it.
Yeah, so to Michael B. Jordan's plan, or Killmonger's plan, I think I'm halfway in between like loving his plan until the very end, when he kind of gained when he gained the trust of the Keen or whatever. I don't know. I thought that was kind of dumb. Like he thought he had his trust, but then the Keen was like, he made a comment. He's like, oh, that's not enough. So he like turned on the bots and like, okay, let's go fight. So he can like actually gain his trust, so he can become Black Panther. Yeah, I think that took it a little too far. Everything else I kind of was okay with. Like he kept improvising. Like something would happen and it kind of seemed like it wasn't going according to plan, but then he improvised and he like made it seem like somebody killed Tony, or so I like this plan up until the very, very end.
also, just like a little nitpick, I guess, would Chadwick Boseman or T'Challa have been Black Panther at that point technically? Like, no, right? Like, I mean, like his dad should have still technically
That's what
been
I was-
Black Panther.
I thought about that too, actually. That's a good one.
Well, Tony Stark being Iron Man happened at the very beginning of the whole Marvel thing, right?
Yeah.
So,
it was
I
like
mean, the
a
Iron Man can be
few
made.
years in advance.
No. But the Iron Man can be made. Butterfly effect. Like he didn't become Iron Man. It just changed the course of everything.
I
So
guess,
maybe
yeah.
in this version, he decided to do it before he got too old.
I guess it was just in my head, like, if you're the king,
Wait,
you're still
wait.
the Black Panther.
No, he was. But in Civil War, he was Black Panther before his dad died, wasn't he?
No.
He got the suit
Oh,
and
yeah.
powers hours away after his dad
Oh,
died,
that's
because he
true.
started
Yeah.
chasing them like
yeah, that's true.
within
I
minutes.
just wasn't sure how like the whole thing worked.
Mhm.
I just assumed because he was still technically the king that
Yeah.
he would have still been the Black Panther at that point in time, but
Got it.
didn't matter.
All right. Are we rating this
But
one?
yeah, let's go ahead and rate it.
Yeah.
Sal, you go first.
What did I
please.
give? Okay, I gave it, and I thought about this yesterday, so I wouldn't be influenced by anything inside. 6.5.
I gave it a 7.
I have it a 7 as well.
Let's go ahead and talk about Cruella next.
Cruella, sure.
I'll start this time. So I guess we'll start with the loves. I should have done that the last time. My bad.
Now let's start with the hates. So you always start with the low, and then you bring it up.
You can start however they want.
Fine, whatever.
Okay, fine. I'll start with the hate then.
Yes.
And this isn't necessarily hate. Like, I feel like these are really nitpicky
Mine
for
too.
me.
Mine too.
Same with me.
So the first point is that I felt like it was really predictable.
That's funny.
I like basically guessed like right away that she was the daughter of the Baroness. Like, I don't know why I did, but I was like, there's no way that this is like.
Yeah.
It's so convenient, you know. Like,
That's
it just felt weird. And my next thing.
These are hates, right?
Yeah, I mean my
They're
dislikes or
hates.
hates, whatever. CG dogs. Anytime there was like the CG effect on the dogs,
Yeah.
it was really distracting for me, and
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was so weird because it would be fine.
Dog. Never thought about this.
Yeah,
Let's go. Unless you thought about. Let's keep bringing that
It-
up.
I
it
like
wa-
the siege dogs.
It was fine for the most part, but there were some times where it would like be like, oh yeah, that's really obvious, like
Yeah.
that's CG. Like it would transition like really awkwardly, and it just bothered me. And I don't know what it was about it, but it just did.
I for the most part, I like the CG Dalmatians. Like I think they were CG'd a lot, especially
Yeah.
when they were like
Mhm.
attacking her.
Yeah.
I think it made them. They were able to make them more vicious without like actual. I don't know.
I thought they were gonna kill off the dogs, and that's why they kept making them CG. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be good. She's actually gonna kill them. make
I
them
don't know about that. It's
Disappointed.
not a Disney movie.
I was confused.
I
why
never
they kept
thought
making them
that.
CG.
I never thought that, but
And then my last thing for
Hate?
hates was the ending. It was so ridiculous. The plan to fucking jump off the
The
cliff
cliff.
and they parachute down, and then get in a boat and come back up the hill
She
as
should have just held.
Cruella.
She should have just
like,
had like a rope or something. And I thought she was just gonna have like a rope. That's a good one.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just like, this is so over the top. Like, what? You guys could have had such a more like simplified like conclusion to this. It's just like it was just
She
too
should have
much.
just had a
for me.
rope and like gone down into the boat or something instead of like.
Uh,
She used her dress as a.
Lights,
Go, go,
bro. Damn, we're getting to
go.
everything.
Go.
I liked Emma Stone. I thought
We could do we could do everything, and then after we have something else like you can.
yeah, I liked Emma Stone. I thought she had good acting.
Sure.
I think she maintained her accent like throughout the whole movie really well. Like it wasn't like she was like popping in and out of it, because that's usually like a thing.
Yeah,
Especially when American actors are doing accents of other places. I don't know what it is, but they're kind of bad at maintaining it. It's
Sure.
like the opposite effect where like you see a lot of British people doing English
pretty
or
good at it,
American
yeah.
accents, and they're fine the whole movie. But the other way, it usually is a problem. But she did good. The ending with her gifting the dogs to Roger, right, and Anita. I think that's what their names were. that-
Who? Gifting what dogs?
Emma Stone, Cruella,
Gifted what dogs?
the Dalmatians.
Oh, you didn't see
Oh,
the
there's
end
a
credit?
mid-credit scene.
End credit
Yeah.
credit scene?
Yeah.
I didn't see
She
that.
gives
Oh,
two
sh-
dogs. She gives one.
That's not part of the movie.
Kind of.
Just kidding.
Well, so I know that they're in talks of making another one.
Uh-huh.
Really?
And
She
so
gives-
seeing the mid-credit scene, she gives the dogs from 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah. Oh.
Pongo
really?
and
Separately, she separates them.
Yeah.
But there's 3 dogs. We're having a third one.
No, that's the parents. That's the mom and dad.
mom.
I'm saying her dogs, the ones that were the Burgess.
No,
She
they're
gives
puppies.
puppies. She gives puppies.
Where'd she get the puppies from?
I don't know.
From the dogs, so Dalmatians, the 3 Dalmatians.
I don't know. She just bought puppies, I guess. I don't know.
She gave the puppies. There was no.
Because they have they have Dalmatians. We understand that, right?
Yeah.
Adult Dalmatians.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't
You're
know
telling
if it had
me-
anything to do with those.
It
Why
didn't
wouldn't
show
she had them already?
She just gave puppies to two
Yeah.
different people.
Yeah.
The reporter and
Her
the
friend
lawyer.
from school, and then Roger, the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, are
And
they
they're
characters?
They're the main characters from.
No.
101
I know who they are.
Dalmatians.
Are they? Did they come out in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, the lawyer.
The lawyer that got
The
fired.
lawyer that got
Oh,
fired, and then
That
was
the
cool.
tabloid,
And the reporter.
Oh, shut the front
Yeah.
door.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They made them look way different because I mean, obviously they're like
Yeah.
white. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I
And-
didn't even notice that's who they were.
Yeah,
but okay.
me neither. Until the Dalmatians, until they gifted the Dalmatians, it's
even
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and last point was that I liked how they handled her character and made her sympathetic, like kind of like made me care about her.
Mm.
'Cause like in 101 Dalmatians, she was just like this evil person that wanted to get a bunch of Dalmatians and skin them for clothes, and
Got it.
they didn't make her evil. And I was like, okay,
So
I feel like
I'm gonna replace.
there's so many
Yeah, so many.
so many contradicting things here. Are you want to go next or
I'll
what?
go next. I'll go next.
Asshole.
So first, I had a little issue.
Loves
with
or hates?
Hates, and these are again, I feel like nitpicks. I had a little issue with the pacing in the movie towards like the middle. I started to get a little bored and started to drag out a little bit. Next was they made the Dalmatians like super vicious. What's up with that, bro? Like,
You
why
didn't
did
like
they-
that?
I didn't like that Dalmatians were like evil. Like they killed the mom, and then they were just
Well,
like super
well,
vicious.
they're
I get
dogs
it, I
are
get it.
extensions of their
I
owners
get
sometimes.
it. I get it. I know. I understand.
So then
I just didn't like that. The Dalmatians are supposed to be like the nice dogs.
well, I think the point of it was this is like the
to show why she would.
yeah this is the origin of her anger towards Dalmatians. Yeah.
Sure. Which I thought it was gonna turn into that, but then she ended up keeping the dogs, so I didn't really understand that. And then she ended up gifting 2 dogs. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, this.
Well,
is
I didn't
why
see
she
that.
hates
I'm not gonna
Dalmatians.
count that last ending because I didn't see it.
Oh, that's on you, bro. Okay, and then the last thing I hated was that I wanted it to be slightly darker, so I did want her to kill the dogs and like skin them and make a coat. I was really hoping for that,
Are you
but
serious?
but I knew because it was a Disney movie that it wasn't gonna happen.
This is not my love or hate, but
so-
I never thought that.
So it kind of contradicts with Gus's thing about the fact that they made her sympathetic. I didn't like that. I wish they kind of would have just made her slightly sympathetic, but then just made her like completely wrong. Like made her at the end just make her do something that was just like completely off and like just show that she's evil, and like that's what she is. But they didn't do that. So the things I love, I like the villain in the story, the
Baroness?
antagonist. Yeah. I thought she was really good. She reminded me of Meryl Streep from the Worst Prada.
Yeah.
I like the twist ending. That caught me by surprise. I did not think that was gonna be the mom. And then I like the fact that it's an origin story and it stayed true to some of the things that I knew, like with the two guys that were like her henchmen, and I like that a lot. So
Okay,
Let's go,
my
Sam.
I feel like I'm repeating a lot of stuff.
Go.
Some agreeing with some what you said, some disagreeing with what you said, and something with Gus. The loves, one of them was like, yeah, it felt like the Worst Prada 2.0.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like the whole, even the whole fashion, like, because there's a lot of like fashion in this movie,
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
so I like that aspect of it. Like, it wasn't just about her killing dogs. There were some other stories to
Yeah.
it, like her chasing her career to be a fashion designer. I thought that was pretty cool. The other part was it was actually a little darker than I thought, because
that's funny.
at the end of the day, it still is a Disney movie.
Yeah.
So there was some pretty dark scenes. I mean, the dogs.
Pushing.
When they killed the mom, I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what is going on here? There's
Yeah.
no way you want it to be darker than that. And you know,
Yeah.
the Disney movie.
Skin those
Calm
dogs.
down,
Skin those
bro.
dogs, make a coat.
This is not Logan. Relax. They're not gonna do that.
I know they were.
The other thing I liked was, and I'm confused with Gus because it was unpredictable.
I saw it coming
Dude,
from a
it
mile
was
away.
unpredictable. Like, the mom was like, what? This movie was actually, every time something happened, I was like, what? No way. The mom died. Did you see the first mom dying?
Oh, well, I meant like from that point going forward. I
Right.
like.
Oh, okay.
I
But you
guess,
knew
like,
that was the mom. You knew the other one was the mom.
Yeah.
I felt like there
Be-
was a reason why they didn't show that lady's face in the beginning,
Mhm.
but and I thought maybe something was going on that I didn't know, but I didn't think it was gonna be her mom.
Me,
That shocked me for
Yeah,
sure.
me
I
neither.
thought maybe the bullet was gonna be her dad. I actually thought
Yeah.
that.
me too.
I thought that, but I didn't think this person was gonna be her mom. I mean, I was shocked when her fake mom got pushed down the
Mm.
cliff. I was shocked with the bugs with the dress.
Oh, that was cool.
I was like, that was really cool. That was
Yeah.
nuts. And this is all under unpredictable, like
Yeah.
just naming things. Yeah, so because they just caught me off guard. Like, I did not see that coming. Like,
Yeah, that was
so
cool.
to me, it was actually the opposite of predictable. It was really unpredictable. I mean, once in a while, yeah, you're gonna get things. Things I hated, I didn't like, and they're also nitpicks because I like this movie. Was, and I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit here because okay, the first thing I hate was that she was getting kind of ugly and evil, like the way she was treating her friends. I didn't like the way she was treating her friends, like, but she turned away from that. So like
Yeah.
she didn't end up being that person by the end of the
Mm.
movie, right? Like, she apologized to them, blah blah blah. Like I didn't like her. Like, if it would have continued her being the way she was, where she started treating her friends like total like she was a dick,
That's what I
then
was hoping for.
I wouldn't have liked that.
I wouldn't have liked her.
Her
But
and the
that-
movie. I wouldn't have liked the movie, I think, also.
Interesting. Okay.
But okay, and this is the other thing that's kind of contradicting, because this movie alone makes sense to me, but this movie combined with 101 Dalmatians
Yeah.
doesn't, because it's not the same Cruella.
Yeah.
There's like, I don't like, and this is what I don't like. I don't like that they turned Cruella into a good guy
Yeah.
in a way, right? Because then there's the same thing with Maleficent. Like, is she a bad guy or a good guy? Because this person that they showed us is not gonna skin dogs. She won't, and if she does or tries to in the part 2,
It would.
I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna understand it.
Yeah.
And this movie like tried really, like, it almost made me believe like she would do it, like, at some point, because they killed their mom, blah blah, and it didn't really end up going in that direction. So even by the end of this movie, I don't see her being the person from 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
So I don't see that. And then the last thing I hate was also the ending with the parachute scene. It wasn't her plan. Like, her plan was fine. Like, oh, fake her, like, because that's been done in other movies for sure. Yeah, it's been done in other movies, and there's an anime one that you haven't seen, but
Big
it
Fat
just did
Liar.
the same thing. But yeah, you fake the other person killing you, or you record them
Yeah.
saying something, or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna record her saying something, really,
Yeah.
but I didn't expect the push. But yeah, it didn't have to be a parachute, man. Like, as soon as I saw it, I told Lily, I was like, I don't think there's enough space for her to parachute down there. Because don't you need more? Isn't there like an altitude where you need
For
to
sure.
parachute? Like,
For
like
sure.
I thought there was gonna be a net or something, like,
Yeah.
or
A simple rope.
a
'Cause
rope. How rope? She's gonna.
Tied it to her ankle. She gets pulled off and it's tied to.
She was a bad
buckle.
guy would see the rope.
I could have made it slick, bro. Better than the parachute, bro. Better than. The
No,
parachute.
not only that. How is she gonna get all the way down? the rope, if she gets thrown down, she's gonna hit the edge of the cliff and she's still gonna hit her head on the cliff and die. Or she still has to untie herself and go around, remember? It doesn't matter. That's okay. That was 3.
All right.
Or 6.
So going back to the point that you had about like how they changed your character so much going into like the 101 Dalmatians, I also like that's kind of like why I'm kind of interested to see where they're gonna go with like the next movie
Well, they
or
haven't
whatever.
said that. Have they? Are they going to for sure?
I don't know, but like I guess like my point is like I like that this isn't just a complete retelling of, or it won't be hopefully a complete retelling of the animated movies, you know? Because like I feel like these like animated movies, we've had them for so long and everything, and like yeah, I get like why they would want to do like a more like modern day version of it, but I don't think just telling it one for one is like the best thing, because no one's gonna like it as much as the original thing.
Yeah. Make it
Wait, so
different.
you're saying they shouldn't make the second one, or they should?
No, if they do, like just go
Make
in a
it
different
different.
direction.
But
I'm
okay,
fine with
but
that.
the main premise of 101 Dalmatians,
Is that she
like
like-
no,
she wants
yeah,
to kill the
the
dogs.
main premise, like, is
Yeah,
there's 100 Dalmatians and this lady's trying to make them into
Coat.
a coat.
yeah. And
How
that's-
can you change the premise?
But
of
that's
that?
the thing. Like it just would be unbelievable at this point in time for her to go to that now.
No, but
think-
you're saying, so you're actually saying make part 2, but that's not gonna be a premise anymore.
I think what it
Yeah.
seems. I think what it
That
seems
That
like.
wouldn't be the movie then to me.
But
That
that's-
is the movie.
But that's the thing. Like I just rather it be a completely its own thing.
But that's like-
with a different
It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but they don't get shrunk in the movie.
No.
like that's the point of the movie.
So
that's
I-
the point of 101
I
Dalmatians.
see a
to
couple
me.
things that were set up here. So I see they kind of threw in like a double personality for her. Like she has like a evil side, right? She has like
Yeah.
a batshit crazy side, even with like her accent. She
You
changed her
know,
accent.
Okay.
And then they also set up with her wearing the coat that kind of looked like it was a Dalmatian coat, and people were like,
Did
like
she do it?
rumoring like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like she used Dalmatian coat. So they're setting that up to maybe where the good guys think that she will
Yeah.
skin dogs, you know.
Well,
And
to
so
that
I
point,
guess-
that's a good one. Not to make an excuse for the character, but to make an excuse for the character, if in part 2, I guess not a good way, but a way they could do it without us totally hating her is like saying, oh well, she has a split personality disorder or
Yeah.
something, and like it's not really her doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one way to get out of it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Like it's still her, but we still don't hate her too much because she's not in control.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
All right.
Read it.
Let's rate it.
Who goes first? I'll go first.
Go for it.
I'm giving this 8.5. Really like this movie.
I'll go next. I actually really like this movie too. I was really surprised. I gave it an 8.
An
I
8.
got an 8.
It's 7.5 for me.
Yeah. Okay.
7.5.
Yeah, I was very surprised by
I
this
think-
movie.
I think that's what the AI said. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there were some really cool scenes, like when she burned her dress,
The dress.
the moth scene.
The moth scene was awesome. Yeah.
Like, there's just
Yeah,
some
like
scenes
there was
that
a
were
lot
like,
of cool moments,
the-
but I also found myself
the whole
kind of
movie
like
was good.
like
from the
not
beginning.
bored, but just not very entertained.
I wasn't
Yeah,
entertained the
I
whole way
wasn't,
through,
yeah.
man.
I don't
Like
know.
she was trying to infiltrate. She was trying to work her way up.
Yeah.
and
I
she was like,
wasn't
fuck up.
entertained the whole way through. I was
Now
just
for
like-
Kate.
Okay,
Alright,
let's do Kate. Let's do Kate.
Alex.
I'll start off
yeah,
with my
Alex.
hates and loves.
Oh, here we go.
I'll start off with saying that I
Wait, loves or hates?
with my hates.
Of course. Why you guys always start with hates,
I
bro?
put 4. One of them is
I know. Wait.
one of them
You
is
can put 3,
well,
but
one of them is most of it.
wait, what do you mean?
Like
most of the movie.
Okay.
Terrible CGI. What is up with that car scene? That was just like so ridiculous. I'm like,
It's a
okay.
Netflix movie.
Yeah, but still, man, Netflix has a big budget, right? I don't know how much.
No,
they
they
do in
don't.
This movie.
They don't spend as much as
Netflix actually doesn't make a lot of money.
they
Well, it shows.
they have a lot of money.
Okay.
They just have a lot of stuff. They spend it. They spread out the money onto
Sure.
a lot of stuff.
Terrible
They do make a lot
CGI.
of money, but
It was boring. I was bored most of the movie. Not some parts of the movie. Most of the movie, I was bored. And then it was super predictable. I predicted that the bad guy was gonna be the bad guy. It was just super predictable. Okay, so let's go to loves. I like the concept of the story. The fact that she had 24 hours because she got poisoned. That was cool. I like some of the gunfights. I think the gunfights were better than the fighting. like her fighting was kind of awkward. I didn't like the fighting scenes, but I like the gun scenes. And then I liked the art style, how it was kind of like bright and like neon colors to it. Which I think they could have done a lot more, but it was cool. All right, go next.
My turn. I guess I'll go next.
I'll go
Okay, things I liked. I liked the main actress, Mary.
Yeah, Elizabeth
Winstead. Yeah, I really like her. She's cute also. But I think she's a good actress, and I'm entertaining things I see her, and it reminds me of this movie, or her character reminds me of her in from the Harley Quinn movie, right?
Mm.
She's Huntress.
Birds of Prey.
Oh, is that her name? I don't remember. Is it
think
Huntress?
so.
I don't know.
She's
yeah.
in
Oh yeah,
Birds
the
of Prey. I
badass.
don't
the
Yeah,
one
the
that
badass.
Yeah.
She's the badass
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I think she was still more badass than Huntress, but
Mhm.
whatever. I liked her. I liked the premise too. Like Alex said, okay, she's this assassin. She has 24 hours to live.
Uh-huh.
She's seeking revenge, and I also liked the action in a lot of the scenes. And I almost can contradict myself with the hates now. I also didn't like the action. So I like the action
Which one's
in some scenes, but I also I think I just wanted more action. I think I felt like they made the movie and they're like, oh, this is too much action. Let's just not do much action. Like, just stop doing that, or let's just lower the action now. Because I like the action when she's fighting the guys with when they're having dinner. This is like towards the middle half of the movie. Yeah.
when she finds the first.
When
Yeah,
when
that's
she's
okay.
talking to them, like she's vicious there. Like that scene was cool.
Yeah.
Like she got those guys. She fought all of them. If the rest of the movie was like that, I would have liked it a lot more for sure. So I just wanted more of the action, and I wanted more action like that action, because also another thing I didn't like was also that was predictable. I for sure from the first, I think 20 minutes, I think I told Carmina, I was like, that guy was gonna be the bad guy. the
Woody
the
Harrelson.
bald guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, like the father-like figure or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
it
he
was-
for sure is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like
There's
oh
no
my
doubt.
god, I'm gonna be more shocked if he's
He's
not the bad guy. That's how predictable it was.
Yeah.
And the other thing I didn't like was the ending, which had to do more with the action. It was, I didn't like that she went in with the other guy's
With the
team.
group, yeah.
I felt like they just did everything, and like she just, what did she do at the end? I don't know. She had sunglasses. She walked in. She killed two
She
people.
killed some people.
And then
She had sunglasses.
she she killed a guy with like one gun with one bullet at the end.
Yeah,
Like,
to the
it
stomach.
wasn't even that climactic. Like if she would have just went John Wick again, like she did in that scene,
and
like
killed
and
everybody.
I know it would have been kind of unbelievable because she was already all bruised up and like
She was
super-
basically dead.
yeah,
at that
she was
point.
already like poisoned. She was towards the
It's going
but-
downhill.
but still like I rather see that and I rather see that. I rather
Yeah.
see her against all those people. They should have done that. They should have done just her against all those people, and at the end just take that last guy out.
They should have done that. You're right. That would have been more entertaining. Go. Loves.
Yeah. I already did my
Oh, you
loves.
did your loves. That's
I'm
right.
done.
All right, let's go,
Alright.
Gus. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna go. I wrote in order hate to love for whatever reason. So I hated Ani, the little girl.
I hated her too. I was gonna add her as
I
well.
was gonna ask
She-
her.
she was
I
the
didn't hate
worst
her or
char-
like her. I liked her more than hated her though.
She was the worst character for me.
Yeah.
I
Really?
hated like so much about. I don't know. It just was
Stupid
annoying.
comments. Just
And-
She reminded me
okay,
of one of
so-
my little cousins or something.
so this-
but I didn't hate her.
So this ties into my second point. I think a lot of the dialogue was fucking terrible.
yeah. I agree with that
Like you're a
Uh,
badass killer motherfucker or
Yeah.
whatever she called like that. Like who says that? Like
Yeah.
nobody's gonna actually say that. Like somebody took the time to write that, and it was just like, come on, like you could have done so much better with it.
I didn't mind her.
Um,
She's a little girl though.
But yeah, so like the dialogue throughout the movie, I felt like there was some that was just so bad and cringy, and I just did not like it. This is kind of like a problem with, I guess, like the whole John Wick type movie, because this is what it kind of is that like some of it gets a little too ridiculous and unbelievable in these like action scenes where like the moment where they're fighting in the streets, like she's like on the roof of like one of these like little balconies or whatever, and she's like running across and they're shooting at her. She has no cover whatsoever, and they're
Yeah.
like, how are you missing her? Like you guys have like 4 people shooting at her.
Wait,
and she's
I don't
just
remember
running-
seeing.
Yeah.
Like when she has the girl tied up in the restroom.
Oh yeah,
And
oh,
she's like
okay.
running across, and she's getting shot at, and she's just they're missing her completely.
Yeah, I mean,
And
like,
like these are like professional criminals, right? Like they're not just like random thugs. They're
But that
like,
happened in John Wick too.
well, I know, but that's like the problem I
Yeah.
have with these types of movies. It was just like I have a suspension of disbelief, but it's just like
too much.
it gets to a point where it's like, okay, this is just like ridiculous. Like
Yeah, there
like
were several scenes.
How are you guys missing? Like this isn't even like I feel like John Wick is a little more creative because they end up getting like everybody split up, and like it's more isolated incidents. But this like in this particular scene that I'm talking about, it was just like you guys were all aiming at her. You all had a shout at her. Like she was in the wide open. How is she like getting away from you guys?
Yeah.
But I think that was just like a problem with the genre in general. Is like these guys aren't superpowered. They're just regular assassins or hitmen or whatever, and they're just like.
But
It's the plot armor that like keeps them alive.
To me,
and it
that's-
just ends up getting a little distracting sometimes.
that's any movie with good guys and bad guys.
No,
Like the
no,
good
but-
guy always just gets his way
No,
to the
I
very
know,
end.
but it just felt a little more exaggerated in this movie than some of the other movies, and that's why I'm saying like John Wick, like it also has like the same issue, but sometimes it feels a little bit at least more believable that he would be able to get out of a situation that he's in. Whereas in this, it's like, okay, how are you even missing like at this point?
Yeah, I threw my hands up several times. So what just
With
happened?
that
there?
being said, I think a lot of the action set pieces were really cool. I liked the scene where she invades like the little tea or not tea, like
Yeah.
the sake bar like thing.
Yeah.
I liked the part where when they do like infiltrate like the final area and like
In the
just
end.
like yeah in the end I liked even like the really short sword fight. Like
I
thought-
don't like it.
I like that it was like not like drawn out because like I wouldn't have believed that old guy would be able to stay in a long fight, especially with the injured arm.
True.
So like just for them to do it in like a quick thing, like I thought that was cool. But yeah, like I think
I didn't like that it was quick.
I rather them
I
have
mean,
gotten
maybe it
over
would-
quicker than the
It
other
was
way.
the
but-
way that's it. Like they
Yeah.
they made it. They hyped it up.
Yeah.
And then they gave him his sword. He took off his cast. Toom toom.
Yeah.
Done. Let's go home. Didn't like it.
I liked the actress for Kate.
Mhm.
I just like her in like a lot of the movies that she's in. Like I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. Yeah,
Sky High.
yeah, she's really cool.
Scott Pilgrim.
But
Scott
yeah,
Pilgrim.
and then the last thing that I liked a lot was the setting in general. I just like Japan stuff,
The fact that it's
related
Japan.
things, and
yeah.
it just led for a cool like
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and give our ratings.
Yeah.
I went first last time.
Go for I can go first.
Sure.
I think mine's gonna be the lowest one. I give it a 4.
I give it a 6.75.
6.5 for me.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, we did not rate this movie very well. I think it had a lot of issues.
I was watching it. I don't know if this ended up if like kind of influencing my score. So I was watching with my friends on a Discord call, and they were tearing the movie apart the entire time. Like,
Hate?
Yeah, they hated like the whole thing,
Like, what
and
the
I was
fuck
like,
is-
nah, I kind of like enjoy like
That's
it's like
funny.
and then it's just kind of like
Well, to Alex's point, it being a low budget movie, like it's a Netflix movie, so like I wasn't expecting John Wick.
yeah.
Obviously,
They could have done.
I was
without the
expecting
CGI
like
scene.
John Wick like a junior JV version of John Wick. That's what I was expecting,
Yeah.
and it was a little bit less than that, which is why it's not like I didn't like it, but it was still not as. It was as bad as I thought it was gonna be almost.
They also
like
had
that.
like stupid scenes. They did this like 3 times, where they showed her going into a place, like entering a place, and they had this shot that was like behind her, just like going in. But it was so dragged out. Like every scene lasted like 2 minutes of her just walking into like a place, and me and Leslie are looking at each other like, why is it taking so long? Why is it showing her just walking into a building and like walking past and like what, like it's just unnecessary things like that. Yeah, I threw my hands up a lot. Me and Leslie were just kept looking at each other like, why are they doing that? Like, what is going on? Like that shooting scene, we commented on that. Like, they're just gonna like do it like that, really?
Yeah.
Like, have everybody just miss? Like, it's weird.
The missing
Stormtroopers,
thing.
you know?
They
Yeah.
miss John Wick all the time.
No, I know.
Talking about. I don't know. They miss.
Nah,
They miss
but John-
Captain
it's
America.
slick, bro.
All the
John
Captain
Wick is
America with
slick.
a little shield, like little foot radius shield, blocks all those bullets.
I believe
Bullshit.
I believe it.
Bullshit. There's no way. Oh, okay.
Let's hear-
I don't
alright.
I don't know why they aim for the shield too, which is the other thing. But okay. Anyways, I feel like I can nitpick every movie literally.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I get that, and like I guess it just felt more egregious in this than like most other things. Like if it's a case where I can notice it in the movie, like then that's when it bothers me. But if it's something I don't notice, then it means that the action is being handled
Right.
well, I think.
Got it. You
And then-
didn't you
yeah.
didn't predict it, by the way? Wasn't predictable or unpredictable?
I
too?
thought it was predictable, but I just didn't really put that as a point because
I was
I don't think the whole like
I was
story
hoping
was
she
that great.
wouldn't die, but wait, did she die?
Yeah,
she
she died.
She closed her eyes.
Annie was holding her. She was like talking
Yeah.
to her.
Okay.
And she like died.
I don't remember her dying, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, me and
Last
Leslie walked away from this movie
oh, yeah, sure. Should we bring up like?
and then came back. But when we walked away, she didn't know I walked away. She's like, "What happened?" It's like, "Oh, she's probably gonna save the girl and then she's gonna die at the end." And that's exactly what happened. It was just, yeah, it was really predictable.
All right.
Let's
Let's
talk
talk about
our scores
our scores
and
our average scores.
Our designated data
Yes.
analyst.
There you go. Highest average score. It looks like a penis too.
This is gonna be
Hilarious because of the order. Gus is the nicest critic with a 7.49 rating average.
wow.
Me and Alex are pretty much the same. Alex is at 7.38 and I'm at 7.37.
Got it.
So we're all pretty close. We're all around 7.4. As a group, we're nicer critics than, and I'm using Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, and IMDb scores, and I'm
Yeah.
averaging those out. So as a group, we're slightly nicer at 7.4, partially because of Gus, and
What's
and the average of the other three is 7.36.
7.36?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
That you took all the movies? You got all the movies?
All the movies and all their Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, okay. 7.
This doesn't include a lot of the what if ones because they didn't have
Yeah, of course.
they didn't have ratings.
Of course.
I'm just gonna do like our top 5 films that
highly rated.
that rated by us.
Let me think. Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit is not in the 5. 1, 2, 3,
Damn
4,
it.
5, 6, 7. That's number 7.
Okay, let me think.
Are we guessing?
1942.
Why don't guess? I'm just gonna say.
Alright, go say.
Okay. The top number 1, Parasite, 9.26. Number 2, Quiet Place 2, 9.25.
Oh,
Number
yes.
3, The Loki Show, 9. Number 4, Judah and the Black Messiah, 9. And number 5, Palm Springs, 8.75.
Palm Springs is a good one, man. I really
Bottom 5. I'm gonna say I'm out. Number 5, second or fifth to last. The Photograph, 5.5.
The Photograph.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that movie. That
Ar-
movie's terrible.
Army of the Dead.
Okay.
That's fourth to last, 5.5.
God, that movie sucked.
The Tomorrow War, 5.1.
Okay.
Old, 5.
God, I hate
And Wonder Woman was the worst one, 4.33.
Wonder Woman was so bad.
Wow. This one might be the top 5.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do
Bottom
top
5.
5 most overrated and then top 5 most underrated. So again, overrated is like our scores
Compared to critics.
to the critic scores, like that difference.
Right.
So let's do underrated. So these movies
We scored.
we scored higher than the critics.
Okay.
These are underrated. Number 1 or number 5.
No, no.
Let's go 5. No, number 5. Yeah, I'm going 5, and then
Wait,
the
we
next one.
scored higher than the critics, so wouldn't that be overrated?
We scored higher than the critics.
So that's overrated.
No.
These movies are overrated.
No. The critics is what people say.
Got it.
And to us,
They're
those
overrated.
movies
Okay.
are
Underrated.
underrated.
These movies
yeah,
are
yeah,
underrated because we thought they were
like 'em
better.
more.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are underrated movies.
Yeah,
Go.
these are underrated movies. Number 5, the Snyder Cut, Justice League. We scored 1.74 times plus higher.
Yeah.
Number
You
4.
I wonder why.
Mortal Kombat. We liked it more.
Nice.
Number 3, Doctor Sleep.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Number 2, Extraction. And number 1, Space Jam.
What the fuck?
Gus liked it way more than he should have, I think. Or maybe I did too. I don't remember what I gave it.
I remember thinking that.
Okay, most Gus, don't
pretty
stop
bad.
looking. Just kidding.
Don't start looking at me.
Don't. I mean, yeah, stop looking. All right. Overrated. Number 5, Uncut Gems. We liked it more than critics.
Oh, interesting.
Number
You
f-
mean the critics?
I mean, critics liked it
more than we did.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You're right. Wonder Woman 1984. Number 4.
Super overrated.
I know, damn. Number 3, The Godfather. I know that was funny. Number 2's kind of sad. Soul.
Oh,
Really,
interesting.
I guess we didn't like it that much.
Yeah, we didn't like
You
it that
guys
much.
didn't like it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
I rated it.
I didn't really like it
Yeah,
that
and the
much.
critics did like that, obviously. And then The Irishman, number 1. We just did not like that one. Do you guys remember your guys' scores? What did you guys say for this? So I predicted your guys' scores. Should we mention that?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay, for me, I had said, and it's only Cruella and Kate because I didn't do because they don't
Okay.
doesn't have those scores. What did I say? Oh, for Kate, I said 6.75.
Yeah.
The computer gave me 7.
Nice.
For Cruella, I said. No, this is wrong. No, the computer. Sorry. The computer gave me 5.8. I said 6.75. No. Yeah, 6.75 for Kate. That's what I said, right? And the computer gave me 5.8. For
Nice.
Cruella, I said 8.5, and the computer gave me 7.49.
Nice.
So they're a little different.
You were having a good day.
I guess, yeah, I was having a good day. Alex, I was having a bad day. Just kidding. What did you give Cruella? I also,
8.
You gave it an 8?
Yeah.
Oh, I also gave my personal prediction.
Of what
Like,
we would get.
Yeah, what you would guess.
Okay.
So the computer had you for 7.72.
Okay, that's pretty close.
Yes, and I had you for 8.
Alright.
But I mean, I wasn't gonna guess 7.75 anyways
Yeah.
because I would have to round it. I should have rounded the computer because you never. If I looked at the other ones, I
Yes,
think only one time you get a point
I get it.
0.251.
Yeah.
Kate, what did you give it?
A 4.
Okay, this one was way off. I knew it was gonna be way off, and I thought this was actually too low for you at first. The computer gave you 5.6, and I predicted 6.
Okay.
So the computer's actually more right, but I was still
I
higher
hate
than
this
them.
movie, bro.
Yeah.
Not like
Gus
this movie at
also
all.
didn't. Wait, okay, Gus, what did you give Cruella?
7.5.
7.5. Cruella, the computer gave you 7.6.
Nice.
And then
What did you guess?
I gave it a 7 for Gus. I didn't think Gus would like it as much, but I mean 7. Then for Kate, what did you give it?
I gave it a 6.5.
No, you didn't. Okay, wait. Okay, no, that's what I guessed.
Yeah.
I guessed 6.5. The computer guessed 5.46.
So the computer thought I was gonna be the lowest out of you three.
For Kate, yes.
Wow.
For Kate.
Weird.
I know.
Well,
But
yeah,
that's-
because I think you're.
What did the critics score give Kate?
Kate,
like
they're pretty low.
45 to
Oh,
50.
yeah. I
shit.
think it would be like 0.4.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude, I don't know.
All right.
Cool.
A little data stuff for you guys
fun.
to see like where we're standing with everything. All right, for next week, I was thinking for the movie we should do Free Guy.
It came out already?
It's been out.
Oh, it's been out?
Yeah.
Free Guy?
Yeah. I remember seeing the trailers and thinking it's gonna look stupid,
Mhm.
but critic-wise, it's actually doing pretty decent.
Interesting. Leslie's not gonna want to watch that one.
I'll watch it with you.
Cool.
I don't think Alex really would.
Really want- okay.
Yeah, I'll watch it with you guys.
Perfect.
Gus, you're not invited. Okay, I
Anyways,
feel like there's another movie out. Is there another one?
What's the other?
I
one?
was just looking. I didn't see anything.
Why do I feel like something else out?
Um,
We'll shoot a text.
Cop Shop.
Nah.
Cry Macho, the Clint Eastwood.
Candyman.
Oh, I heard Candyman sucked. Go sorry, sucked.
I didn't want to
I
watch
saw
Candyman.
Candyman. I
But
saw
something on
Malignant.
streaming also. I feel like something on streaming just came out.
Maybe. I haven't really looked. But yeah, so for sure.
Is
Free
this
Guy.
Slumdog?
Slumdog Millionaire?
Fuck no.
No, why not?
I don't want to watch it again.
What?
Don't just remember it.
Just
kidding.
But
kidding.
yeah, that's gonna do it for this week's episode. We'll see you guys.
What if?
Oh yeah, well, Free Guy and What If next
Cool.
week.
Cool.
Love you
All
guys.
right.
Peace.